What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back, and we're talking today the brand new kit. We're talking a little bit of the friendly, and we'll get into that in just a bit as well. And we're going to speak about Daniel Farke, who has said definitively which two positions that he wants Leeds United to go out and recruit for, which I find very interesting. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on that too. Before we get into it, you know the drill: like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you to Parrot House as always. Parrot House always supporting. Thank you, Parrot House, for the super thanks in the last video, and thank you to all existing members. Like I say, members are the ones that go above and beyond for the support, so thank you so much. If you want to become a member of the channel, link is in the description or it's next to the subscribe button, and it's called join. Let's have a look, people, what we're saying. Yeah, Randa, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting through the days, as you know, as we get through this little hot period, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a hot weather guy. I just put it out there. I'm just not. I don't function well in the heat, but yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Scott is saying Joseph is a killer. He must be our new number one. For me, there's no must. He is our number one. And if he's not, that's on the manager, I'm afraid, as we've said before. Chris King is saying member for life, or at least till I'm broke. I understand that, Chris. I understand, but thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm here. Let's have a look. Mingio, shall we go with Mingio? Let's be honest, it's looking good. Yeah, we'll speak about that. Look, just something in regards to the, you know, how the friendlies are going on. We're getting the result, and then they're doing the whole, you know, game afterwards and trying to do it as if it's real time. I'll just be real with you. I won't be covering it that way. The only reason why I've gone live at 8 is because it's the best time for me to go live today. But if it was earlier, I'd be on earlier and we'd be speaking about result there. I can't do watching the 90-minute game when I've already known the result. I can't do that with any sport. It'd be like if I know the Pittsburgh Penguins score and I'm trying to watch a 60-minute game. It's kind of like I already know the score here. You know, it's kind of a little bit like if the ending of a movie's been spoiled for you. It's like, well, why am I watching all this for? Yeah, there's the journey, but I know how it ends. But yeah, so I won't be covering it in that way, but we can still speak about it when we get the highlights and everything else, and if there's anything worthy of note to speak about from the games. But yeah, I won't be covering it as if like they've done on the Twitter account, say 27 minutes, Perot scored. It's like, yeah, we know that, boss. We know that already, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Leeds STR. I said that already. He's not the number 19. He should be the 9. They should take that one away from it. Yeah, team looked sharp today. Yeah, they did. And listen, once again, people, friendlies for me, even if we lost that game today, I don't put it against the team. It's a fitness exercise. You can see there's still kinks to be worked on, kinks to iron out, I should say. Ooh. But yeah, there's also things that we're working well with as well. The football looks very fluid, but we'll speak about that when we get to the friendly section. Yeah, Rothwell looked nice as well. Yeah, Jorginho was sourcing. Hopefully, Daniel Farkas didn't say, you know, calm down, Georgie. But yes, we're going to speak about Georgie as well in the kit launch video. Rebecca in the house. Hi, KG. Hope you well. Just been to my friend's graduation. Time flies. Time does fly, Rebecca. It's waiting for no one, man. I feel like I know it's very cliche, but it does feel like the time from after 2019. It's been 2019, now it's 2024. It just feels like we've just missed a whole chunk of our lives, kind of thing. It's really weird with the way time's going, man. It's really, really flying by. Let's have a look. I'm saying over. Okay, yeah. So, okay, people, let's get into the quick kit very quickly, and we'll share our thoughts on it. First of all, I want to say how good the campaign has been. I spoke yesterday about Aston Villa's kit launch and just how well they've done that one. I think that this kit launch was just as good. I feel like the campaign was really good, and you've even got Jorginho on the socials talking about his favorite color is yellow. My favorite color is actually yellow as well. So is my mom's. So maybe that's why it's my favorite color. But Georgie as well, also saying about he wants to score goals in this shirt, which obviously means that if he doesn't stay, that is very memeable material for opposition fans. So hopefully Leeds United do everything they can to keep Jorginho at the football club. Obviously, that will not age very well. But I just think that the overall campaign was brilliant. Going on to the shirt, I think that the shirt is beautiful. The only thing, and I hate saying this because when you read it, it looks very, look at this guy. The only thing is, but it's just that I don't like colors. I'm not a color guy, but I would go with it just because it's on this shirt. And I don't know if the thing unbuttons or not, because I haven't seen one person wear it so far where the top button's undone. That button will not be done up for me. I'm just telling you that right now. If you can undo the button, it's coming off for me. But yeah, the collar aside, I think it's nice. The Smiley badge, it's obviously inspired by the 1974 um, kit, which they've put in the press release. I'm okay with the Smileys thing. It doesn't mean that much to me, quite frankly, because it wasn't my era. So I guess for the older generation, the Smiley will mean a lot more to you, and that's cool. I'm good with the Shield badge because that's from when I started supporting Leeds. But the Smiley thing looks good. It looks different. It obviously stands out from the home kit. But I think it's all a good shirt overall. Is it going to outdo the pink one or pink purple, whatever that color is that they've mashed up? I'm looking forward to seeing that when it's finally out. But I think this one is going to sell well. They often say, it's been said today as well, that yellow kits don't sell very well. I will beg to differ on this one. I think this one's going to be very, very popular. People, what say you? David saying you can undo the button. Yeah, I don't know why people aren't undoing the button. I don't get it. Why are you just buttoned up like that? I don't know what's going on with that. Undo the button, man. Show some chest. You know what I'm saying? Mike is saying, no, I think the color is class. Wish they'd bring that back more often. Yeah, I'm good with the color, Mike. Honestly, I think you know what it is for me. It just looks. Obviously, they were all in the 90s, the colors, so you used to it from that era. But colors now, they just look a little. They make them look like dart shirts, and yeah, that's just not something I want to look in. But the yellow shirt itself is wonderful. It really is. Uh, Matt C saying, I like it, but when you are too old to buy a football shirt, seem to make them tighter these days. I think the sizes go up on the up to 3XL, maybe. I don't know, but listen, Matt, you're never too old to wear a football shirt, man. I don't know why people always try and put a cutoff date for people to wear football kits. Now, obviously, don't go wearing the shorts and socks. You don't want to be a FKW. But you're never too old to wear a shirt. I'll be wearing football jerseys, hockey jerseys till I'm dead, man. I don't care. As long as they're nice and they're comfortable, I'll always put one on. It's all good. Listen, Wilf is saying, will appease the fans who don't want red on the shirt? Yeah, there's not really much to read on the press release in terms of that. The material, yeah, I've seen the material as well. I haven't actually seen it in person, but it does look like it is designed to feel, dry and everything else like that, comfortable, which is nice. Much different from like the nylon shirts, which is good. I actually like that. But yeah, there's nothing really in the press release to really focus on. I guess, yeah, what Wilf is talking about here is the Red Bull logo. Yeah, it will definitely appeal to that, and you've kind of already seen comments about that saying, "Oh, I'll definitely wear this one now that the balls are blue instead of red." So yeah, it's got something for everyone. If people don't like the home one, they can get this one, and it's cool, isn't it? Paul saying, and this is it, Paul. Great kit, hopefully a great season ahead, and that's all you can ask for. That is all you can ask for. The kit, I've always said, the kit is only as good as the success you have in it. If you've been crap in the kit, all of a sudden the kit looks, man, we lost loads of games in that one. That kit's garbage. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm with you. Uh, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, abstract saying, imagine Cantona with no color. Color, yeah, that's what I think of when I think of colors. Eric Cantona putting it up, but yeah, we're not in that era no more. Try going out there now with a collar up or something. Get rushed or something like that, innit? Mad, mad. JR saying, "Oh, pick of Mateo with his Rodrigo hairstyle." Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we know. Listen, I've done these shoots before. They do them months in advance, so these aren't just done 2 weeks ago or even a month ago. They are done months in advance, and that's why Mateo's hair is like that. It's his old haircut. But yeah, yeah. So they know these ahead of time, and you've even got to think as well in that video where it's got Eddie at the end of it. If Archie was still here, does anyone else think that Archie would have been next to Eddie Gray in that shot? I think it went kind of close in to cut somebody out. That's just me speculating, but yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know when the third one's being released, Gavin. No idea. So I haven't seen a date for that. I guess we'll find out in due course. But yeah, listen. In terms of that, just any comments that you've got, put them in the comment section in regards to kit, whether you like it, whether you don't, what it is you like about it, what it is you don't like about it. Let me know in the comments. But the most important thing is who's going to be in it, because right now I've got Mr. Joseph on the screen, and he yet again in the friendly today impressed. Came off the bench today, and was brilliant yet again, Mr. Joseph. And he's just continuing all the things that I know that he's going to bring to the team. Once again, context is preseason, but I think it's a taster of things to come. Just going to speak about Joseph first because there were two very different finishes. First of all, you've got the one where he's running through one-on-one people. How long has it been since we had a striker that goes through one-on-one and actually looks like he's confident to score? That is Mr. Joseph. He's going to do that for you. His second goal, where he's holding up the ball, people. Yeah, surprise, surprise, people. More people than one person can hold up a ball. I know it's shocking for some, but he held up the ball, kept moving, ran into space, and finished off. And from Jaden Bogle as well, who also came on. Lovely to see that link up. And I guess we're going to see that a bit more as well this season too. So Bogle look impressive as well. But just the different styles of play that Joseph showcased in today's game alone, it just makes me believe even more. And if he does not start the season, people, that is on Daniel Farke. And listen, like I say, people have paid for their jobs in previous years because of one person. Well, not just because of one person, that's too harsh, but for relying on one person as their focal point. It's up to Daniel Farke if he wants to go down that road. That's all I'm saying. But Joseph is the starter. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Mr. Joseph is his new now. I call him Mr. Joseph. He's Mateo Joseph, Mr. Joseph. You know, my number 9 is what it is, isn't it? He was, Andy. The hold-up play was brilliant. And you know what it was, people? It didn't just end there, did it? It didn't just end with the hold-up play and then, okay, all right, everyone else do something. He ran into the box, created space, waited for Bogle's cut across, cut back, slotted it in. Lovely, lovely stuff. We're going to see that from him today. Yeah, Team Joseph. Hey, listen, it's Team Joseph in this place. I was about to say something else. Then you know what I mean. I know, Paul. It's crazy. What do you mean other people can hold up a ball? I thought it was exclusive just to one person. That's what people kept trying to make out. You know, like only one person can hold up the ball and bring other people into play. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy. Uh, yeah, the finish from the second goal was such a tight angle. He's capable. And yeah, listen, let's move on to some other people. So Mateo Joseph, just keep on doing what you're doing, my bro. But listen, other people, Brendan Aronson looked good today. Nice reverse pass. One thing I want to mention as well, let me just take a sip, is Gruev. Not even about Gruev's goal, which was a nice goal, but Gruev was taking that position today of being the Kamara of the team in terms of pressing high and starting moves from the final in their third. So in our final third, Gruev took that mantle today, and he was moving like Glenn Kamara used to, and that's what I was talking about. And it's not a slight on Glenn Kamara. I was just saying what Glenn Kamara gives to the team. We've got that in midfield already, and other people can probably do a little bit more. And if Gruev can add a couple goals to his game this season, that would be nice. We already know. I think Joe Ruffalo is going to get a few goals. I think we're looking at very much more fluid, but obviously the games are different when the championship starts. But the way the team is looking right now, I do like it. We know that's a good one. That's a good one. We know that Strout made a little bit of an error today, and obviously, you know, that happens. But you know, Strout, that's what I'm talking about in terms of friendly. It's about getting your fitness back. Strout hasn't played for a very, very long time, so I'm not going to hold it against him. But we are going to have a lot of the ball. We are in this division, we're going to have a lot. And the way that the team is looking, Peru as well, his finish today. Let me just go down to Mr. Peru. Peru on his right peg as well. Beautiful ball from Jorginho as well. We were sourcing yet again, and Peru looked confident taking it on his right, which is great to see. And I've already said as well, in terms of Peru, I think that he's going to be even better this season. That's why I don't particularly want him to go anywhere. I want him to stay because I think there is much more to come from Joao Peru this year. Mike saying Grove already matched his total from last year. Tremendous. Yeah, Mr. Anthrope saying, was a pleasure Rothwell moving that ball out to Green instance. Kamara would be passing it backwards. Yeah, or not even just passing it backwards. And again, I'm not hammering Glenn Kamara here, but he would often hold on to the ball for far too long. There are stages where you do need to do that in the game, but sometimes Glenn Kamara would take 3, 4, 5 touches before releasing it. Joe Rothwell, as we know, is already a forward-thinking player. He's always looking for that. Nice as well, Joe Ruffalo is going to be a big part of probably set pieces when he's on the pitch, which we obviously need, as we know. But yeah, there was just a lot of positives today. Let's have a look. Come on. Tom here saying thought Gelhardt did well when he came on, just need to go. I think, yeah, it's going to be interesting with Gelhardt. And I'm just going with Daniel Farke's comments, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But is he, I wonder if he's been like Joseph and spoken to Daniel Farke, said, look, last year was not good enough in terms of what the minutes you were giving me. Because I don't put it on Gelhardt for last year. I don't put it on him one bit, not even a smidget. That was on Daniel Farke for not playing him or using him when he could have been used. And I just wonder, maybe they've had a conversation. He is going to be used more as the substitute 10, the backup 10 in the team. Because if he is, I think that is good at this level. I do. I think it's going to be very good. But Jackie, though, saying Gelhardt needs a loan. Yeah, he's either going to be a bit part player or going to get starts here and there, or it would do him good to go out on loan and have a full season somewhere. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he ends up at the end of the transfer window, because I think he might still be here. Because I haven't heard any whispers, by the way, of Gelhardt being moved out of the club. Yeah, and he's got a lot on his contract. Yeah. Michael here saying, I'm deeply concerned if Leeds lose Somerville. Leeds lose the X factor in the attack. Difficult to replace. Nanto will be gone as well. Yeah, just one other thing as well in regards to Nanto and Somerville. They're not a twin package, people. You know, if one goes, it doesn't automatically mean the other one's going to go. And if both go, it doesn't mean just because one left that the other said, well, if he's gone, I'm gone. Then they don't come as a package, people. These are not the De Boer twins. You know, they get on very well off the pitch. But I see this rhetoric a lot where people are saying if Somerville goes, then Nanto's going to definitely go. Or if Nanto goes, Somerville wants to go. I think that's absolute rubbish. No, I don't think. I know it's rubbish. You know, they don't come as a package. But listen, losing Somerville, we know what that is. You lose him, you've lost a lot. You don't just lose the goals, you lose the assists, you lose the chance creation, you lose the drive up the pitch, you lose that influence in the team both on and off the pitch. It would be huge. So again, as I've touched wood here, and I've got a wooden table, people, promise you, wooden table, touch wood. He is here at the end of the window, but I don't know, man. I feel like people are going to get their business and affair in orders very, very soon. And I think we are going to get a bid that Leeds deem acceptable and that Somerville may want to explore to further his career. But if he is here, people, we have a cheat mode for at least the first half of the season. And by the way, if we are top two, which we should be by January, he stays. It's once again, the summer and January transfer windows are two completely different windows. If we are top two comfortably as well, we are not letting anyone go for 30, 40 million when we're going to get near 200 million plus when we're in the Premier League and we can take Somerville with us. No way. Yeah, and Bogle here saying, getting to the line and feeding Joseph was really good to see. Long may that continue. Jack saying in regards to Aronson needs to work on his final decision making. Good bits and bad bits there. And that's what friendlies are for, Jack. And the thing is as well, you're going to get that through the season with Aronson especially. But we saw today, it was kind of like, if people can, you know, rewind their minds back to when he first joined, that was kind of like him then, when he wasn't just running around, running into people, hoping to win free kicks. He was actually playing well. You know, it's just that his assist rate wasn't up because we had a striker that was profligate. But yeah, Aronson, I feel, is going to fit in very well. I do. I had doubts about Aronson in terms of, is it going to work? But I feel like if we utilize him in the way that we saw today in the championship, especially, it's definitely going to work, people. Mr. Anthrope, though, and I know a few people say this as well. Can't see Somerville gone. No one will meet their demands, which says they're intent on him staying. Well, no, it means that no one's, you know, they're trying to get him on the cheap, Mr. Anthrope. They're saying, well, maybe if we offer you 30, you know, and then 10 million in add-ons, and Leeds are saying, nah, no. It's whatever it is. We keep hearing 30, 35, 40. I don't think it's 30 or 35. I think it's nearer to 40. And I think that unless they reached favorable payment terms, and sometimes people, let me just say this as well, it doesn't have to be 40. Sometimes it can be 35, but the payment terms are more favorable than if they were going to get 40, but it's a longer payment period of time. So it could be 35, but the terms have to be favorable for Leeds, because again, we don't have to sell. The player's not making any noise that he wants to go. We've got the Red Bull money. We've sold Archie Gray for 40. We've saved wages on a whole host of players. We are in a good spot, people. So we are holding the cards. In the most, we're holding the cards. It's then if someone like a Liverpool comes in, people, and say they offer near the value, and then Somerville and his agent go, "Wait a minute, guys, can you please consider this one?" That's when it gets a bit dicey. And again, wouldn't hold it against Somerville if he is to go, because he should not be playing in this division, not one bit. He deserves to be at the higher level. It goes with my best wishes. If he was to go, it would just be ambitious for him in terms of his ambition, meeting his ambitions, going to a Liverpool. But yeah, I'm hoping that he stays, people. I hope that he stays. Um, uh, Mingio, I keep saying Mingio. I'm going to go with Mingio. Sorry. KG, you've been the spokesman for all of us that feel that MJ needs at least a chance to show what he can do. Yeah, listen, I've been consistent since last season, and my opinion doesn't change. In fact, it just gets stronger every time I see him play. So, yeah, I will stay on that train. Obviously, I got off it, not off it, but I just stopped talking about it because it was like, why? Why do I keep saying this over and over again when it's the same guy that keeps on starting, even though he went cold in form and everything else, looks slow as a snail? What's the point in keep on coming on here saying it? So, but yeah, I'm absolutely the spokesman for that. Matt C here, another one of these kind of questions. Do you think Creep could agitate for a move when it gets close to the window shutting? I hope not. No, I don't see. He's not that kind of guy. And the thing is, he's shown no behavior to say that. Not that he or anyone has to prove their behavior to anybody. You know, these are professional players that look out for their careers. But I don't think so. And like I say, I think Leeds have to have an internal deadline for both, you know, all our key players, and say, as long as their agents and the players understand that if they're not gone by a certain date that they're here, I think as long as that is made clear, then that is cool. But no, I don't think he'd agitate for a move. But look, we'll see when the end of the window comes and if he's still here. You know, it's crazy, isn't it? Because if he's still here at the end of the window, we're all going to be like, oh God, I hope they don't accept any bids. I hope they keep him. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And yeah, this is it as well, Mike. And this, you know, this goes to Mr. Anthrope's point earlier. We may have to wait for some clubs to make sales before they have the money to splash on Somerville. I think it will come down to the wire. And this is it. Not so much the down to the wire thing, but just with other clubs getting their business in order. Look, we're already seeing Chelsea. They're about to sell Chalobah, one of their young recruits. I think they're still trying to sell Gallagher. And there's going to be more clubs like that that are making sales in order to make incomings happen. So I don't think that it's over. I don't think the window is quiet for no reason. I think clubs are just getting themselves in order, PSR rules and everything else, and then they'll make the big splashes. So for me, it's not over with Somerville, but as we tick the days off, I'm just happy that he's still here. That's it. Gary, it's the end of August, Gary. So there is a hell of a long way to go. We're talking like a month and a week to go of this window. There's still so long to go. But listen, people, in terms of that, yeah, friendly, a lot of people impressive. Long may it continue, and we'll wait for the next highlights to come out in regards to those. Oh, by the way, in terms of the new kits and everything, I know this is very popular. Interested to get your thoughts on this. I think it's very smart as well. I personally wouldn't wear this. This is not my kind of speed, but it does look very smart, very very nice in terms of just casual wear. Um, so yeah, we'll move on that. Right. Let me see this. Okay, Jeff, Gary, scary. It is scary, Gary. When you're a championship club and you've got players like we've got, it's terrifying. That's why I'm saying there's still so long to go before we can even say Somerville's staying. There's just too much in the window to go. Jeff here asking, thank you, Jeff. What do you think about Verba? Nice passing, but look passive. Maybe still adjusting. Didn't see him, Jeff. Didn't see him. I just watched the highlight video and I kind of skimmed through that. I'll be real with you. I just went to like the highlights of the highlights. I don't watch it. I just can't do it. I can't watch a 90-minute game to its completion even when I know it's already happened. I just can't do it. Even as a content creator, maybe I should make myself do it, but I'd be lying to you people because I wouldn't be watching it in full. I'd be doing stuff on my phone, talking to other people. I just wouldn't be paying attention. But no, I didn't see Verba in detail, Jeff, so I can't comment on it, I'm afraid. But thank you for the super chat. Uh, Oh yeah, yeah, Ryan. Yeah, I'm not even going to put that up, but yeah, that will happen. People will say that. Oh, look, he's not smiling here. He wants to go. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah. Listen, let's move on to the next bit because in regards to the friendly as well, Dan James sat out of that one just due to a minor leg injury, so no point risking him. And you know what the story is with Patrick Bamford. They're managing him, as they have been for the last 3 years. But moving on from that, it is the Daniel Farke segment, and he has made it clear of where he wants to recruit. Now, this is where it gets interesting in terms of what you think in regards to this, because Daniel Farke has said, I've already read the article, people, so I don't have to have loads of pop-ups on the screen. In terms of that, he wants a central midfielder, which is very interesting, and also, thankfully, a left back. He's looking for a fullback because, in regards, it's everything that I've said before. People, in regards to people thinking our defense is set, there's going to be injuries, there will be suspensions. Byram needs to be managed as well. His body needs to be taken care of in that way as well. So we do need another fullback, which I'm glad Daniel Farke has said. Hopefully, it won't be like a Jesse Marsh thing where he goes back on it next week. It says, well, actually, no, Verba and Pascal can play there. No, we don't need that again. Get another fullback in and solidify that already solid defense. Get another one in and just make sure. Another in that case as well, with DeBio going on this trip, has he seen enough of DeBio to make him the additional centre back of the team? That's interesting as well, because he did not mention centre back, but he did mention central midfield. And I've already said, I feel like we're already covered well in central midfield. So if we get in another, is it going to be another one for a starter one to move someone down to the bench? Or is it going to be someone like Ruffell where we're getting in yet another loan to, bolster the squad in that way? Very, very interesting that he finds central midfield that we're a bit light in, which is, if he gets another one in, that's up to him to manage all the players to say, you've got this game time, you're not going to be playing. That's up to him to manage. But if he feels that we need another central midfielder, cool. It just means that we bolster the midfield, gives us more options. You know what I mean? What say you? Yeah, Gavin is saying to the central midfielder. Yeah. Jack saying we need another 8-10. Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be in that mold, Jack, of an attacking midfielder / central midfielder, someone that can do both. Gavin asking, is Ruffwell just a bench like he was at Southampton? No, I don't think so, Gavin. But I think he's come here on the basis that he knows he's a squad player. Someone said asked the other day, and it's a fair question. They said, why would anyone come on loan if they're not going to be guaranteed games? But it's like the example I gave, and Joe Ruffwell is the perfect example to give it. He is literally not wanted at Bournemouth. They don't want him there. They're looking to get rid of him by any means. So they've sent him out on loan. He knows he's not going to get game time there. But what he can do is come to a team with promotion aspirations, be a part of it. And if he plays well, he probably gets to keep his place in the team. Otherwise, he'll be on the bench and he'll have to accept that. This is not like where you're getting a premium loan where the club is saying, no, we expect him to play 90% of the games in the position that we've told you to play him in. It's a completely different kind of loan. There's all different types of loans, people. And there is a way of getting in yet another loan, I feel, for the midfield where they would be the same. Because and this has been said to me by players before, they would rather be in a competitive team near the top of the championship than be at the bottom, play every week, but you're losing every week. They'd much prefer to be in a competitive environment rather than be in a relegation battle every week. So there are players that would be willing to come and be a squad member and not just an out-and-out starter. Yeah, Southie as well. I think so too. I think Bogle is going to be great for us this season. I 100% echo that, Southie. Yeah, Tom as well. All top teams have competition. No more square pegs in round holes. Yeah, of course, at times we're going to have to adjust, and due to injuries and suspensions, we are going to have to put someone somewhere. But what we can't have, you saw how bad it was last year. You can't have your two right backs at the club at the time were Drame and Jed Spence filling in at left back because you haven't covered yourselves. That, I'm afraid, people, isn't on the players. That's on the manager. That's on the board for not giving us what we needed. So you can't go into those scenarios again. But the scenario near the end of the season where Ampadu's playing centre back, that's on the manager, because we did have centre backs to come in and play in that position and put Ampadu in midfield. By the way, people, Ampadu is back in midfield today, which is great to hear as well. So yeah, there are different ways of filling out the squad, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Look, we've just seen Harrison Burrows. He's going to complete a 3 million move to Sheffield United. Great move for them. And again, putting Sheffield United in that category of you need to look out for them this season, with their squad the current way it is. But in terms of us, we just need to look after ourselves. Ali here saying Farke wants us to be more fluid tactically next season, so I think Ruffwell will get more game time from rotation. Yeah, yeah, he's going to be used 100%. He's going to be used. We talked about him in this very interview as well, talking about his strengths as set pieces and going forward. So he's got a role to play. But what I will say to people is, don't be surprised if he goes to the bench at some point and stays there if other people are playing well. He's not coming here as a guaranteed starter. He's coming here to be a squad member, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, okay, and yeah, so yeah, I'm just interested because I know some of you in the chat as well also talk about you want another striker. I told you already, I'm not there. Mateo Joseph is my number one, is my number nine. Perot is there as well. I feel like you could even play both in many games that we're going to play this season. So for me, you got Perot, Joseph. If you want another striker, please say so. But I find it very interesting from the gaffer's mouth himself, fullback and central midfield. So very interested to see what happens in the coming weeks in terms of recruitment. Um, yeah, Matt C saying, I hope we're more flexible with tactics. Last year was 4-2-3-1 or championship manager all out attack. Hold on a minute. Matt, you haven't told no lies there, Matt, that you're absolutely spot on. But you know what, Daniel Farke, one thing, and I know there's still people that doubt him, and I'm with you as well. Actions speak louder than words for me at all times. But if we've already seen that he's being flexible, the recruitment is kind of saying that we're going to play a little bit differently as well, especially with people like Verba coming back into the vault, Aronson, who can play central, can play attacking midfield, can play just off the wide right central, which I felt he was brilliant for us when he first joined the football club. But yeah, we do need to have other modes of attack, and not just if we lose in, throw on all your attackers at the end for 6 minutes. No, we need to be better than that 100%. Render saying any striker blocks Joseph. I don't think any striker blocks him because I feel like they have to be of a particular standard to beat Joseph. I've already said my standard is pretty high at this level when it comes to what I'm asking for. And if that player isn't not even marquee, that's going too far. But if he isn't like say if you guys got your wish and got Che Adams, Che Adams doesn't start ahead of Joseph for me. Not in a million years. I'm so glad Che Adams has gone to Torino, by the way. Goodbye. But I'm saying if Che Adams came here, he does not do anything better than Mateo Joseph. He's not quicker than Joseph. He holds up the ball, cool, but he does not move into space. He's not as instinctive as Joseph. Not even close. So for me, Joseph is the clear number 9 here. And then you've got Peru maybe playing just behind if we can fit him in. But that's what I'm saying. We've got options in this squad right now, people. We've got options where if Peru plays, if people are going to be saying to me, well, if Peru plays, where does Jorginho go? Or if Jorginho plays, where does Dan James go? Where does Nanto go? We have got some real good options here, people. That's why I'm very confident. I want to ask you guys right now, as we sit here today, Somerville is still here, Nanto is still here, Joseph is on fire. Are we finishing top 2 with the squad the way it is today? I want your answers right now, and please put them in the comments after as well. I'm very interested to hear that. Do we finish top 2? For me, it's clear as day. We finish top 2 with this team. Easy, easy peasy. We finish top 2. Okay, maybe not easy peasy because Leeds, we don't do anything easy, granted, but I think we definitely finish top 2, people. And if we don't finish top 2, for the people that don't think we finish top 2, what are we missing? Render saying top 2, James saying top 2. If we keep the squad top 2, yep, that's what it's based on. Gavin saying defo, Jack saying yes, Mike saying 100%, Andy saying first, Don is going yes, Gavin going yeet. Yep, I know that one. Yep, Gavin, shout out to you. We're looking like a big club again. Game with the squad, no brainer. We'll come into that as well a bit, Mr. Anthrope. Yeah, based on the squad, yeah. There's no one saying no right now. No one saying no. Have I got rid of all the trolls or something? It's fine if you don't think we're going to do it, but all I would ask for you is just to give me what you think we need in order to finish top 2 from based on what we've got in this team today. Mr. Anthrope, with this though, looking like a big club again with this squad, no brainer. Just a lot of things that have made me feel like we're a big club again, and it goes from the start from the Red Bull investment, which is just a real statement of intent. Currently, as we speak today, people, the players that we currently hold in this division, in terms of a Somerville, Jorginho, who I think will be here regardless, Nonto at this moment in time, Joseph, and Ampadu, the new leadership as well. The new captain coming in Ampadu and everything else like that. It just feels like we are finally trying to be a big club again and not just settle in mediocrity, which we have done for the last few years. And it's been a real tiresome time, as people have seen through the streams, especially when we're in the Premier League and the results were just getting battered week after week, losing games week after week, because the squad wasn't good enough. The squad wasn't good enough, and we weren't making moves to make it better. And the thing is that there were moves we could have made. Remember all those years ago when Coop Miners was there from AZ for 12 million? Why did we not do that? Easily done. We would have got him as well. Premier League football, Bielsa here, Coop Miners in your team. We didn't do enough. And it just feels like at this moment in time, people, the 49er Enterprises, Red Bull, everything collectively, the new leadership, the way the shirts are. I know that sounds crazy, but just go with me here. Just everything is just feeling like we are trying to be Leeds United from when I first started supporting, when we were one of the best teams in the country, one of the best teams around Europe, semi-finalists of UEFA Cup, Champions League. It feels like we're trying to get on those paths again. And that's all I've ever asked for from this football club, because I want success at this football club. Yeah. Southie here. Let's hope Farke gets subs on before 70 minutes before this season. Yeah. I guess, you know what? If Chris Kingy was still here, he'd say the only thing that's stopping us from top two is Daniel Farke. And that is probably the fairest point. So yeah, listen, these are lessons that he will have to have learned. And again, time will only tell. Proof will be in the pudding when we kick off against Portsmouth. Minjio saying that there's 323 watching and only 12 likes that they see. That's liberties, man. If that is true, I haven't looked at the like count, but I would hope that people have clicked that free button to like the video. Help out this creator here. Algorithm. It's free to do. Please hit the like button, people. Really does help out. But yeah, hopefully you've done that for me. Even 140 likes is low render. Come on, let's get those likes up, people. Let's go. Oh, Chris in the house. I got to get this up, Chris. I have said that above, KJ. I didn't see it, Chris, but I would have thought, I've gotten to know you a little bit here. I would have thought you would have said that, but it's correct though, Chris. And I'm not being horrible. It is correct. I look at last year's squad and I say, how have you not done it in that one? You cannot mess it up this year. You can't. He won't be allowed to mess it up as well. The pressure is going to be too intense for him to have any big of a dip like he did last season in towards the back end of last season. Start of the season, absolutely get it, cool. But the one at the end of the season, nah. 2 wins in 9 is not good enough for the squad that we had. Meanwhile, other people that also had a lot of players on international duty were chugging along very, very well. We didn't. So yeah, no room for error for Mr. Farke. So I hope he gets it right. Look, I've always said with Danny Farke, I hope he gets it right, because if he gets it right, it means we're doing what we're supposed to do. I don't particularly want to change managers 10 games into the season. I can't be bothered with it. I don't want to do it, man. It was bad enough when we was getting relegated from the Premier and we had like 4 different coaches. No, let Farke, hopefully he gets everything right, learns from his mistakes, and we just go up. That would be great. Yeah, for me, that's the way I feel, Render, and we'll close up in just a moment. But Render, I feel this way. We don't go up this season, there's something very wrong. I feel the exact same way. I cannot look at the players that we've got, the talent that we have in this team, and there's going to be more to come as well with additions and maybe a subtraction or two, which will hurt. But I just don't see how we're not top 2 in this division, which is weaker than last year. Just don't see it. Just don't see it. The only thing that can happen, as people have said, yeah. And yeah, listen, Matt as well, rotation will be essential so we don't burn out. Exactly. And that's what he has to learn from as well. So people, that is it. That is it for the show. I think oh no, that is not it. Let me just quickly show you for the people that loved him so much, because I know there's a bit of a fan club for Jan Poveda. It was kind of leaked out last night that he was signing for Sunderland, but the new Pablo Hernandez, for some, he's now at Sunderland, people. So if you want to go watch Jan Poveda and see how he's balling out, he's there. There he is. Jan Poveda, Sunderland. All good, all good. Now, hopefully this means, because I know what's going to happen with this. People are going to see, Wait a minute, Pervaders at Sunderland. Cager, does this mean we're going to go get Jack Clark? No, it doesn't mean that, people. So just save that question, all right? People, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a great show. I really love this one today. Please hit a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video, people. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.